Hey, what's up guys? Giancarlo here from GC3 Fitness, and in today's video, we're gonna go over the top 6 key lifts that you should be implementing if your workout, if you're not doing so already. All right, these are 6 compound exercises that work multiple muscle groups at the same time. So if you're worried about not implementing full body workouts in your routine, then you're gonna really wanna focus on these 6 right here, all right? In the meantime, we're waiting on our demo athlete at the moment.
Hey.
What happened to Bruno?
He was too expensive.
So you gave me Lau? Let's get to it. All right, guys, so keep in mind that these 6 exercises are technical, which is why we're breaking it down in this video, exercise per exercise, and going over each one. All right, so you have your vertical push and pull, you have your horizontal push and pull, and then you have your lower body push and pull. So the first exercise we're gonna have Lau perform is our vertical push, right? Your barbell strict press. All right, so what you're gonna do is, if you notice, right, she racks off the barbell. Okay, as she comes off, her elbows are pointed downward, right? They're not in that normal front rack, right? Because she's gonna press overhead. So her elbows are downward, okay? Her knees are locked, her stance is shoulder width, all right? Her core is nice and engaged, and from here, she's gonna press overhead, all right? Completely overhead, bringing it back down. As she presses overhead, right, you can come take a look from a side view, all right? She tucks in her chin. All right, so as she presses, she tucks in her chin. That way we're focused on a straight bar path. All right, give me a push away from you. All right, so notice how she's pushing the barbell away from the body, putting a lot of pressure on those shoulders. Right, so we want to go straight overhead. So give me straight overhead, right, tuck in that chin overhead, bringing it right back down. All right, give me a push press, right, bend your knees. So bend your knees and press, right? This is a barbell push press, which you can do, but if we want to keep it more core oriented and just keep it a strict press, working more our shoulders, then we're gonna make sure that we have no bend at the knee, everything is nice and locked, everything is nice and tight, squeezing our glutes, all right? And that right here is your barbell strict press. All right, so let's put that down and let's get ready for our vertical pull, right? Which our vertical pull is anything pulling towards the body in a vertical position. So she's gonna go into her pull-up, right? So let's see a nice pull-up. Right, engaging the lats, pulling all the way up and back down. Let's see one more if we can. Engage the lats, pull all the way up, right back down, nice and relaxed. Okay, so first thing, as you notice, engage her lats, pulling straight all the way up, right? If you can get over the barbell, perfect, getting that chin over, great. And if not, right, if you don't have pull-ups, then you have banded pull-ups, you have negatives, right? I do have a video on 5 tips on how to get your first strict pull-up, okay? Or you can, if you have access to a gym, right, you can do lat pull-downs. Again, I have those 5 exercises, right? I'll make sure to put that on the card above so you guys can go check that out, all right? As for our next exercise, we're gonna go into our horizontal push and pull. So let's go into our barbell bench press, all right? So you're gonna wanna sneak in under there. Typically, you're gonna wanna have a spotter, especially if you're lifting heavy, right? I understand we don't always have a spotter, so if you don't, you're gonna wanna be very careful when loading up the weight. So as for now, I'll be right behind her as her spotter, all right? So one thing that you can notice is that she's not completely too far from the bar. She's slightly under it where her eyes are right at the barbell, all right? So she's gonna lift it up, right? Place it right about almost chest level, right? Let's see it. So she's bringing it down to her chest level. Notice her elbows are inward, right? She forms this triangle formation. So she has this triangle formation, presses up above. All right, let me see your elbows flared out. All right, so press up, right? This is a no-no. We don't want to throw our elbows outward. Why? Putting a lot of pressure on those front delts, okay? So again, tuck in those elbows, right? She's squeezing her butt. Her heels are drilled towards the ground. Right? Her heels are not coming off the floor, right? Butt is nice and tight. She has this natural curvature, right? Again, engaging those glutes. This is also a technique, especially by keeping those glutes nice and squeezed onto the bench, right? To get that extra power, right? You'll see that a lot in powerlifting. All right, thank you. Let's press it up. Slowly rack it back, and good. So we got our horizontal pull now, okay? So we got our bent over row. Now keep in mind, I have been showing you everything with a barbell. The good thing about this is that, one, if you don't have a barbell, that's fine. All right, and if you don't like to use a barbell, then that's fine, because all of these are scalable and can be done with dumbbells. All right, so let's go into that bent over position. So notice she's in a bent over position. Why? Because we're gonna work our back. So she's in this deadlift stance, right? Her butt is nice and high, right? She's slight bending at the knees. Her knees are not locked out. Lock them out for me. Right, they're not locked out. They're slightly bent. Right, her core is engaged, and she's gonna pull more towards the bottom of her stomach, right? Focusing on squeezing our back, our scaps, everything is nice and tight. Again, big pull, okay? Give me a rounding of your back, right? So notice here, this is what we don't want, right? My previous video was on a crunch. We're focusing on that crunch when we're here, but right now we want to make sure shoulder blades are nice and tight, back is nice and straight, right? She's pulling towards her stomach, squeezing, and down, right? If by any chance you start to feel a little bit on your low back, lift your butt up a little bit and go a little bit lower, making sure her head is straight down, her head is not up. Give me an up view, right? We're not doing that. Nice and neutral. Again, pulling towards the bottom of your stomach and down, all right? Now, that was our upper body push and pull for our vertical and horizontal. Now we're gonna go on to the lower body squat. Actually, no, we're gonna go lower body deadlift first. All right, so let's grab our barbell. So, key thing, barbell stays close to the body, all right? Again, we're into that bent over position, right? We're hinging at the hip, butt is nice and high, hamstrings are engaged. You can tell she's shaking up here, right? Because everything is nice and tight already. So this is a good sign, we're engaged. All right, so she's gonna stand up. All right, when she stands up, she's gonna stand up nice and straight. She's not gonna hyperextend and send her hips forward, right? Don't want that. We don't want no more pressure on that low back. All right, so we're gonna work our way down nice and slow to where the barbell stays close to the body the whole time. All right, so make sure that barbell stays nice and close, nice and close. Now, her butt stays up because we are doing a deadlift. Give me like a squat form as you go down, right? So this is more of a squat, right? More quad work. We want more deadlift, so lift up, boom, hamstrings are engaged, and now we stand up with our chest. Give me a nice and slow one down, okay? And up, good. All right, just like we spoke about that rounding, give me a nice round on the bottom, right? She led with her shoulders, right? Giving this round, which is when you'll start to feel your lower back, and this is not what we want. So chest up, okay, head is nice and neutral, standing up, meeting at the top. Okay, let's go into that barbell squat. All right, so now we're gonna go into the squat, right? Last exercise. Whether it's a front squat or a back squat, we're gonna go over the back squat right now. So barbell sits nice and tight right on her upper back. So as you can tell right here, sits nice and tight. Everything is nice and engaged. Her elbows are downward. Her hands are nice and right outside shoulder width. Her stance is nice shoulder width position, right? Nothing too narrow, nothing too wide. All right, the first thing she's gonna do is she is looking forward. She's gonna send her hips back. Like if I'm pulling her, right, we're sending our hips back and squatting straight down, all right, and up, right? Big thing, her knees tracking. When she comes down, hips back, her knees are staying out the whole time, right? Not letting them cave in, right? It's a big no-no. We don't want that, right? Keep them out the whole time. Sends her hips back, squats down, up. Now, let me see one going straight down with your knees forward, right? So right here, if you can see that, Paula, so she has her knees are driving the exercise forward. We don't want that. What happens? Her heels come off the ground, our weight goes on our toes, right? Then we start to have some pressure on the knees. Then we can have some knee injuries. So by avoiding that, just like you were to sit on the toilet, you are going hips back, all right, squatting all the way down as low as you can, chest up. Some of us will be able to go lower than others depending on mobility issues, okay, but good. Form looks great and good. All right, guys, so these are your 6 compound exercises. If you're looking to build muscle, if you're looking to burn some body fat, right, you're gonna wanna stick to these 6 no matter what, all right? So the only thing that would change here is your diet routine, how much you're actually eating, right? If you're trying to gain weight, then you're gonna be in that caloric surplus. If you're trying to lose some weight, then you're gonna be in that caloric deficit, right? But your exercises should not change. So like I said, if you're trying to build muscle or lose some fat, you should be implementing these 6. And like I had mentioned, I know we showed you with the barbell, but you can also implement these with dumbbells as well. All right, guys? Hopefully you like this video. I'm glad this is coming to an end because it's extremely hot in here. All right, if you did...
Tuck check.
What are you talking about? Oh, no, come on. You know how she gets. Why do you have to do that during the video, all right? All right, guys. Hopefully you liked it, and if you did, make sure to hit me with a like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to tap that little bell so you guys get notified when I post. As for now, I gotta get ready for our next video. I'll catch you guys next time. Holy crap, let's go. Getting stuck, I see feet in the mud. You have been caught in the flood. While the water is